Hi, I'm Chelsea Harris. I'm an art therapist and I'm the director of Art at Out's Atlanta office. My heart belongs to kids with autism, kids with ADHD, anxiety. I work with kids as young as 3. I love getting to support the families, especially that young, where they're coming in and they're kind of at a loss and they're looking for that person to support them, and I love being that person. I love getting to hold their hand and help guide them and give them tools and skills and build their foundation, but also be that person to kind of guide them towards if they're seeking a diagnosis, because that can be a really scary and overwhelming experience, especially for a parent. So to have someone that you feel safe with and trusted with to kind of guide you along that path, I think my goal is to get to be that person. You know, as a therapist, you naturally have so much empathy, right? And that comes with the job. But for you to make these connections with your clients and with the families, it's another level of supporting them and that empathy that you're giving them. But I am always, wanting to prioritize their needs and meet them where they're at, but slowly challenge them from there. I love the moments of growth as much as I love the challenges, because I think for every kid it's different how they show their progress. And I think you have to remind yourself of that. We see these kids for once a week for 50 minutes, and we really focus on meeting their needs as much as possible and challenging them and helping them grow. But the parents ultimately need a lot of support. So there's a lot of engagement with families, a lot of engagement with parents, and helping them navigate, hey, we're learning and practicing these skills so successfully in this setting. Maybe we'll transition to group and we'll generalize them in that setting because it's a little tougher in a social setting. But then how do we generalize them to home? What's going on at home? How can we give you support based on what your kid is learning with us type thing? And so I think that our parents get a lot of support from us, whether it's strictly from, we're seeing their kid in session, to we're doing a 15-minute phone call check-in with them to say, hey, here's what we learned this week. Here's how you can implement it at home. Now, tell me what works, what doesn't work. We'll kind of build from there. We'll go from there. And so I think it's very much that connection with parents is so important in terms of the progress for the client, for the kid too. Love teaching and I love guiding, so I'm working with all the therapists here because I supervise them. And so I get to brainstorm interventions and work on treatment plans and work on, their confidence and the confidence that I was able to grow here. I want them to grow that as well. I've made such lifelong friends here personally, but then at the same time with my, coworkers and colleagues and the therapists here and even the admin staff, I feel like we're all so supportive of each other. We genuinely like being around each other and we like learning from each other. And I think for me in this role, I love getting to support them. I love getting to teach and I love getting to be there if they need to talk through a case of like, hey, what would be some next great steps? Can I get your advice? I want to support them in that journey.